Hey everybody, this is Strange to Society and welcome back to Let's Play Okami. Now, we have entered Hana Valley, and it's not looking too good. I actually save right there real quick, because I do like to save often when I can, because always stuff, you never know exactly what's going to happen. When you first come in, of course, there's a chest right there. You're going to get a Traveler's Charm. Traveler's Charm, we got before, it increases Godhood level by 1. Hold on to that. Do not get rid of that. Don't sell it. Don't use it. You want at least 1 for later. So, anyway, there's a group of enemies right up there up front having some kind of party. And as you can imagine, we're gonna wreck the party. I'm gonna take this time to explain a little bit more about the battle in terms of, like, the ranking system at the end. Because you're going to defeat all the enemies, and depending on how well you do, you're going to get a bonus multiplier for your money. Now, after you defeat an enemy, it's going to drop stuff. Usually maybe an ink bottle, maybe something else. Of course, if you do the slash on them for the final thing, you'll get a demon fang, but they're also going to drop some money. You want to make sure you collect that money, because your bonus is only a multiplier, multiplying whatever money you collected. So if you don't collect any money, your multiplier, well, anything times 0 is 0, right? So make sure you go around and collect money. Anyway, when you go through a battle, you're ranked on 2 things: how much damage you take and how long it takes you to complete the battle. Depending on how well you do on both of those aspects will determine how much your multiplier is. If you do perfect on both, then you'll get a 100% multiplier. As you can see, I had a blooming tree for time and damage. That gave me double the multiplier. It gave me 100% multiplier, so however much money I made or collected, I get that much as well. If I don't do so well in one of those categories, the multiplier shrinks and I don't get as much bonus money. So anyway, we defeated them, and we were about to heal a little bit of the land, but the curse right here is so strong that it just took it right back over. So something big has to happen before we can start healing this area. Oh, look at that, a feed bag full of fish. It's very good. I don't have to buy some of that later. We are going to see a couple new enemies in this area. The first one is actually right ahead of us. But before that, you can actually see a little thing sticking out of the ground right there. I'm going to start digging it, and there is a chest. Like I said, you can see them even though the light's not there during the day. And I get a stray bead. Once again, we're going to collect 100 of those. Those are fun. Okay, new enemy. We have this haunted, cursed tree thing right here. Esoon's going to talk about it, but here's the long and short of it. The tree, once you get close enough, is going to throw a piece of fruit at you. Slash it, just like that, and it's going to knock the fruit back, and it's going to stun the tree. It is not going to kill the tree. Right now, you cannot kill the tree. Later, we're going to have something that's going to help us with this to permanently disable it, but we never really kill the trees, because killing trees is killing nature, and that's bad. That's one thing about this game, is nature is something you want to protect and all that fun stuff. But anyway, so we're going to come across some trees. Make sure you stun them when you can, and we will deal with them a little bit later. Right now there is this extra cursed piece of land right there, and we are also going to deal with that a little bit later. A lot of stuff we're going to walk by we're going to deal with later. For instance, there's a couple statues right there. Once I deal with this tree, I'm going to look at them. There's statues, a little shrine thing, and they're all dirty. And boy, wouldn't it be nice if we can clean them up? Well, we can't yet. We're going to come back later. So remember where those statues are, because that's going to be important if you're playing the game. For extra collectible stuff. Anyway, watch your step. There is a sudden drop right there. Okay, so we enter this new area, and there's a thing on the wall that's kind of cursed. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but you can see Susano over there. But once you get close enough, you enter a fight. And we are introduced to another new enemy. This guy, I forget his name, but he's a larger imp, and he has a drum, and he likes to burrow under the ground. So anyway, what we do with him, and you're gonna see, I fight kind of stupidly because I kind of forgot about him when I played this, but One thing I always like to do, you don't necessarily have to do this, but it just makes things a little easier, is take out all these little guys first and deal with the drum guy last. So I take care of him real quick, and then I go over and take care of the other one. Now, the drummer does burrow under the ground. When he pops up, he will do a shockwave. If you try and slash him, nothing happens. And there's the ground shockwave. That can hurt you. How I didn't get hurt there, I'm not entirely sure. As you can see, if you do a frontal assault while he's out of the ground, you don't do a whole lot of damage. So there is actually a trick, and there I got hit. There is actually a trick to him. Once he, just follow where he is burrowing under the ground. You'll see him stop and get ready to come up. His arms come up first. Run behind him, and he gets confused because he doesn't see where you are. Then you can hit him, you do extra damage, and you knock him out of the ground, allowing you to follow up with more combos and all that fun stuff. And he's pretty easy as well. So far, the enemies in this game, so far, aren't that big of a pain to deal with. There's some later, but as you can see, I didn't do too well in that fight. I took damage, and I took a while, so my trees weren't fully in bloom, so I didn't get as strong a multiplier. Now that we've done that, Susano, we can see what's going on with him. Also, we break off that cursed area over that painting-looking thing. So let's hear what Susano has to say. Alright, so there's a secret cave back there. We actually want to get back there, but we can't because there's a giant rock blocking the way. Here is a painting. Remember this painting because you might forget this painting and it would be terrible, absolutely terrible if you forgot this painting. But as you can see, Isun's going to say there's something missing on it, and you can probably guess what that is. It looks like something supposed to be shining down from the sky, and, well, if you draw a circle, and a decent circle, not a poor one like that one, then you will draw the sun up there, and you'll have a little sun symbol, and that'll complete this painting. And when you complete the painting, the rock disappears. It actually kind of explodes into dark matter something. I'm not entirely sure. But now we open up the pathway so Susano can go fight. I mean, hide. Hide. Hide and train. I screwed that joke up so bad. I'm sorry. But anyway, I love that. I can't wait to go hide. Train. Right, yeah. I don't know. I get a kick out of this. Like I said, I love the fun, the comedy in this game. Don't forget you can wall jump up walls, so that is very helpful. We come in here and there's a little sapling. Isn't it so cute? And there's the little shrine thing. And once again, there is a lot of hand-holding in this. This is an area where I think Isun talks just a little too much, and explains just a little too much, and reminds you just a little too much about what you have to do, what needs to be done. And you're going to see I wander around here a little bit, I kind of explore. I go up here, and there is something you're supposed to do up here. There's a sun symbol. You can't see it right now. But there's a sun symbol on the ground right by where I'm standing, and there's a little patch of sky, and you can do the sun just like you did in the painting, but there's something missing. So even though you can do the sun right there, you still need something else. So we have to go find this something else. Anyway, you can see the little sapling. Of course, Isun talks about it. And it smells kind of like Sakuya. So that must be something we need to do. Of course, you got logs up here. Just slash them. They come down pretty easy. And we go a little bit deeper into the cave. There's a save point. Once again, I stop and save. Because I wasn't sure. I didn't remember exactly what was coming up, but it's not that bad. If you don't save here, not a big deal. Because it feels like you're about to go to a boss or something, but you're not really. Okay, anyway, so if we go in here, of course Susano is in here, and also a big old bear. Let's see. Alright, so once again, as he slashes something, you slash it as well. And we're going to take care of this foul beast that is just a big old sleepy bear that's not really doing any damage. Or any harm to anybody. Knock out all the lanterns, it goes dark, and we go after the bear. And this is one tough bear because he wakes up, falls off the thing, and goes right back to sleep. We didn't kill him, because that would be horrible. Okay, now that we dealt with the bear, the orb that he was standing on, which, by the way, that bear is very talented. He could sleep standing on a ball like that and not fall over. But there's a crystal sphere here. It's full of leaves, and, well, you probably can guess what we're going to do, but Isun's going to give us a hint anyway. We need to get that sphere onto a pedestal-like thing. And oh, look, here's that painting. That painting I told you not to forget. Don't forget this painting because you might need to remember what that painting looks like. Anyway. Check on the bear. It's still sleeping like a bear. Never heard that phrase before, but anyway. So we have to, yeah, and no matter what you do, this bear is going to continue to sleep. You can hit it, whack it, you can slice at it. This is one tough, sleepy bear. And Isun says the same thing. Okay, so we have to, the torches are back too. I don't understand why that happens, because it's still like dark all of a sudden, but the torches are back. But we got to push this back through the hallway, get it up on the pedestal, and, well, you'll see what happens after that. But, alright, so, don't ask me what I was doing jumping over it. I thought I was going to help somehow. Obviously it didn't, but you want to push this all the way through here. And I'm finally running out of stuff I have to describe, which is good. It's good because I can actually talk about what's going on and talk about what I like about this game, and it's bad because I have to talk about other stuff and I have to come up with stuff. But anyway, alright, so you push it in there and it goes in automatically, and you get this neat little fountain, which is kind of cool looking. So the sphere is there and the sun is gone again, so this was that sphere in the wall painting. Do you remember that wall painting? I don't think you did, because they're going to show us again. We have to show you the wall painting because we need to tell you how to solve this puzzle. I'm sorry, this is one of the annoying things about at least the beginning of this game is so much description, so much hand-holding, and it just bugs me because it's like, I know what I need to do, just let me do it, kind of thing. But You draw the sun sparkles on the sphere, and the sphere shines onto the sapling. But the sapling is not completely healed. It's still kind of decrepit. Even though it's fully grown now, it looks just like the one outside. So, hey, look at that! We have a constellation. And now, we're going to see that we not only have to fill in just one star, but we have to fill in 2 missing stars. And you can do that pretty easily. Just get it in the right spot. Boink, and there you go. Alright, so this is Sakigami, one of 3 monkey gods, and Sakigami, I actually did some looking up, and Saki is actually very interesting. Of course, you think of the drink, but Saki actually breaks down from 2 words, Sa, which means blossom, and Ki, which means hope. So it's the hope of blossom, the blossom hope kind of thing, but anyway, it deals with flora, flowers and all that, and it's a symbol of hope. And he is going to give us a technique which is going to allow us to heal the trees, basically that, heal trees, and also create some flowers and stuff on the ground, and something else I'm going to do. But he's part of the trinity of gods called the Hanagami, 3 monkey gods, of course all dealing with flower, because flowers and trees and shrubs and all that, because Hana, translated, actually means flower. So, in its usual translation anyway. So these are the flower gods, and that was the blossom god. So, it's very interesting. I never really... Oh, hold on, let's watch this beautiful scene. So pretty. Alright, we healed the land. Isun's going to talk to us some more. We got some experience from that. Anyway, so I really love how much they thought through every single character, every single thing that you do, with all of these names and everything else, because every single thing has a meaning, has a history, and I just love that. And I love that I'm able to learn that now, because a lot of this stuff went right past me as when I first played this the couple times, and now that I'm actually studying some of this, it just makes it so much more awesome, makes me love this game so much more, knowing how much love and thought and meaning went into this game. But anyway, Isun once again says, oh man, this had to be some quite strong evil power in order to do all this, but and hey, we should go revive that tree outside so that it can come back to life and heal the land out there. So anyway. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's go. And I go up and I learn about the tree. And I'm actually going to do a quick cut because I went back to check on the bear and nothing else happens with the bear. Nothing else is back there. So, but yeah, anyway, bloom. So that's cool. So I come back, and we head back out, and there's some more enemies. We're actually going to run into the trees now, and we're actually going to be able to do something about them, because the trees are still cursed. Oh, and we're also going to have another fight right here. I cut that out real quick, because it's the same guys as before in the same spot, but we have a new animal to feed. The wild pigs, or boars. And it's kind of cool, because you see, like, the adult and the baby pigs, and depending on which one you walk up to is which one you'll see in the cutscene when you feed them. Something else about this which is kind of cool, if you try to feed an animal the wrong thing, you don't lose the bag. As you saw, I tried to feed them the herbs. Pigs don't want herbs, pigs want seeds. Of course they want seeds. So anyway, I feed the pigs the seeds, and since I was close to the little pig is in the scene. If I was closer to the big pig would be in the scene. So, kind of a neat little thing. Short loading screen, so I just left that in. Each pig gives you 3 experience, so that's nice as well. Alright, I wander around a little bit for no reason, really. I don't know why. And hey, there's the painting. Okay, so we move forward, and once again, the trees are still cursed, the trees are still evil, but now you can do something about them, as Isun is going to tell you about. You do have to, you can't just heal them right away. You have to stun it first, so take it, knock its fruit back at it. And you have to be very careful with your paintbrush. Make sure you do it right, because you can do the wrong thing by accident, like I did, and get hit. But you do that, you paint a circle around the tree, and it heals, and it gives you a whole bunch of fruit to fill up your astral pouch, which is very nice. Thanks to these trees, I actually fill my astral pouch up quite a bit. These trees and some other trees, which I'm going to show off later. I also just remembered, hey, I can level up, so I can get myself another ink pot, allowing me to do more moves. And later we are going to have some moves that are going to cost more than 1 ink pot to do. You remember this cursed zone. This cursed zone is still there. Well, what you want to do is actually, with this new power-up, if you paint along the ground where flowers can grow, wherever you paint, there's going to be flowers that just bloom up. Temporarily, of course. But when you see a cursed area like this, what you want to do is just paint all over it. Paint all over it, get as many flowers blooming out of it as you possibly can, and that will heal it. The power of the flowers will chase away the curse, and bada bing, bada boom. Healed. And we have a scroll. We're going to collect scrolls along the way. Isun's going to tell you that they're not really worth anything, so you might as well keep them. But they're tips and tricks to help you remember how to do things. This one tells you how to sprout an instant tree. If you just put a dot along the ground, a tree is going to sprout up instantaneously, and it's going to stop enemies in their tracks and do all kinds of things. If you remember the story in the beginning of Okami's first fight, Amaterasu's... I forget the name already. But the prequel way back 100 years ago, when we had the first fight with the big evil dragon dude, one of the things they did was sprout trees out of nowhere, and this is how you do it. You put a little dot on the ground, and a tree will sprout up. It doesn't stay there, it will disappear in a few seconds, but I'll show that off real quick. Let's see, I think I pause and show it off right here. Yep, just boop, like that. Tree pops up, you're good to go. Alright, knock that back, and see, tree disappeared. Heal it, and we get all kinds of things. Like a cabbage. Okay, and of course you want to heal all those trees you can, because you get all the fruit, and you get experience, as usual. Okay, and with that, I'm going to cut it here, because we're a little over the 20 minutes, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.